Alright guys, what is going on? I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to drop this video just because there's a lot of things going on right now within the world of business and life, and just people just stressing out over success. And I've had success frequently in my past. I've been successful for a good amount of times. I've done sales, I've done door to door, I've done retail sales, I've done cold calling, and I want to just go over some things that I've learned, not just from my experience, from other people that I've seen, um, really about success, right? I heard Iman Ghatzi say this. I'm gonna go a little bit over things that I've heard Iman Ghatzi say, other people as well, but I played soccer my whole life. I was pretty successful. I've won a lot of trophies. Now, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not gonna sit here and just brag about certain things that I've gone through in my life, but I've gone through certain success in life, and I understand how difficult it is, and you know, quick and fast and slow success. But if you know soccer, is it gonna make sense? If you don't, it's still gonna make sense because I'm gonna do my best to explain it to both side of the audience. So this guy's name, his name is James Vardy, and he was successful. He became a professional soccer player at the age of 26. Now we have one of the most popular soccer players, literally one of the best soccer players right now is Lamine Yamal. He's 17 years old. He's won the Euros. He's won incredible trophies with Barcelona. Again, he made his professional debut at the age of 15. We have Mbappe, incredible soccer player, top three, top two, who knows? He won the World Cup at the age of 19. Now, everybody knows who this guy is. Why? Because he's popular, he's created a brand. This guy, Lionel Messi, he won the World Cup at the age of 35. So, the difference between all these people is the age gaps as well as the time they received success. So James Vardy became successful at the age of 26. Lamine Yamal at the age of 15. Mbappe won the World Cup at the age of 19. Lionel Messi won the World Cup at the age of 35. So there's different plans for different people, and I wonder, why does someone become successful at a very young age, and why does someone become successful at a very late age? It really has to do a lot with, it's life. Literally, that's all it has to do with. We can't control external factors. We really can, as much as we want to. We really cannot, um, control it. He has a different life than Lamine Yamal. Mbappe has a different life than Lionel Messi. Mbappe maybe had it harder to become successful, and maybe he was rewarded. We just don't know. These are certain things that we ask ourselves. We see people with Lamborghinis at the age of 24, 25, when there's people like Jeff Bezos who have Lamborghinis, yachts at the age of 56, whatever it is, right? We always question, we always ask why. But you're asking the wrong thing. You're asking why. You should not be asking why. You should never question why. Your journey is a lot harder than, someone else's why, right? Because you may be fulfilling a different purpose than someone else. Your purpose is completely different to what Lamine Yamal's is, to what Mbappe's is. You see these people becoming successful at a very young age. Maybe it can do with that they were focused. They didn't go to parties, they didn't go to clubs, they didn't care about that. They had a vision, they stuck to it, and they did it, right? It's different for everyone, and there's no reason for us to question, oh, why am I not successful yet? Why haven't I reached a million subscribers? It all just depends. So you need to understand that fast success brings ego. I've met people who scaled tremendously quick. I had a mentor actually when I worked in life insurance for about like 3-4 months, and I didn't really like it. It wasn't my thing, but he was making crazy money, and it brought a lot of ego to him. I stopped talking to him after a bit. I went back to the office because I was in college when I was doing life insurance, and I came back to the office. I asked him, where's this guy at? Oh, he's nowhere to be seen. When he was here, he was making tremendous amount of money, and basically it fell. His entire business fell because of fast success. It built ego. you know a business is really built on character. It's built on skills. Literally, that's what it is. It's built on people. So if your mindset is not right, if your understanding, if your wisdom, if your character is not there, anyone can achieve fast success. It's the process where you actually maintain the success. You have to keep whatever you have. You can't just you build success and you know you let your ego go and you lose your business. I've met business owners who've lost their business. I've actually recently I met a business owner who had a business for 13 years. incredibly successful. He was generating 30, 40K a month by himself and his brother actually. But the thing is, it fell. Why? Because of his ego. Because ego destroys businesses. It's all about character. It's all about how you move yourself. Again, anybody can achieve fast success, but it brings ego. It brings I'm better than you. Slow success builds character. The pain, you learn to value it. There's this song in Spanish. It's called Terco Soy, and it's in Spanish. I'm a Mexican. I'm Latino, and it literally explains that you don't know the pain. You don't know how much the bag weighs until you carry it, basically. So that's literally what it is. Success is built through character. It's what it really is. You can become successful. Anybody can. You just have to be patient. You have to build that character. You're changing. Your purpose from here to people who do fast success is completely different. You maybe your heart is not meant to, scam or steal from people. That's why you're building slow success, to value with you. Maybe have, again, a bigger purpose than other people. I always say, never pray for fast success. Pray for discernment. Pray for wisdom. There's a man in the Bible, and I know everybody knows him. His name was Solomon. This guy received wisdom. God literally said, what do you want? And Solomon said, wisdom. So he got wisdom. And what did God bless him with? God blessed him with money. He was literally the most richest, the wealthiest person in history. Why? Because he prayed for discernment. It shows a lot. If you pray for discernment, you don't pray for money. You don't pray for stuff like that. You'll get money. You'll get the success. It all comes down. Oh, my bad for what I just did. But it all comes down to your character. Again, success can come to anybody at any age. But Aristotle didn't devote himself to writing until he was 50. All right. So what was he doing for the past 49 years? I don't know, but he was trying new things. And this is what you need to do if you want to become successful. It doesn't matter whether you're doing art, you're gonna write books. You need to try new things, and I'm going to explain why. This is one of the reasons why the average age of founders of startups is 45. I cited it right here, this video. I'm going to leave the link to all this in the description, so I want you guys to watch this video, and it's going to be a lot more in depth than what I'm giving you, but it's incredibly important. Okay, many people may not know who this is, but this is literally one of the best artists that ever existed in history, Vogue, right? He had 5 careers before blowing up. So I don't know what they were. That's irrelevant. But the point is, he didn't become a famous artist right away. He wasn't 19, 20, drawing. He wasn't. I don't know what he was. Maybe construction worker, a salesperson, a merchant, whatever it was. He tried new things. That's what it really is. Life is about experiencing things. Let me ask you this. Let me tell you this. Why is it that people are far more likely to listen to people who are older than someone who's 21, 22, 23? You're not mature yet, bro. You haven't experienced certain things in life that other people have experienced. There's people who want to be consultants, who want to have 100K in the bank at the age of 18, 19, 20, 21. I mean, it is possible. Again, anything is possible, right? But life is about experiencing things. It's about knowing things. These people who have 40, 50 years in sales, they are far more likely to become successful, build a career in sales. Why? Because they have the experience. It all comes down to experience, right? You need to try new things. You need to experience new things. You need to gain wisdom. When you're 20, people say when you're in your 20s, 30s, it's the time you make mistakes. It's the time to, see who you really are. Who do you want to be? And as someone from this experience, from these thoughts that, oh, there's people who are making more money than me at the age of 21, I'm not successful. At this point, I'm like, maybe my purpose is something different. Maybe I'm going to be successful at the age of 30. Maybe I'll make my first million at 30. It all really just depends. Never pray for fast success. Always pray for wisdom. When you get the wisdom, the money will come after you. Why? Because again, fast success can build ego. Slow success can build character. You need to understand this. If you want to be successful at a very young age, or in life, and just in general in life, you need to look for the right things. You can't just be money hungry. Like, for example, I did sales, right? I mentioned that already. You cannot have the mindset to get rich quick. it's not going to work. I've tried it when I first started sales. I sold a product to clean glasses, and I can tell you this from experience. People can see the little things. People can see the greed. People can see you, who you really are, and it really just comes down to you have to have the right mindset. You need to have the mindset to help people. You need to have the mindset to just really want to help people out, and that's how you'll become successful. By helping out more people, you'll make more money. So if you ever feel behind in life, you see your friend, they just bought a new BMW M4 2025 or a new Lamborghini, come watch this video and understand that it's not your purpose. Don't focus on other people's purpose, because their purpose is far more different than what yours is.